I make over $1,200 every single day. Now look, not once a month, every single day. And I do it sitting at home or from my laptop wherever I want. Sometimes I'm in bed. Sometimes I can be at a cafe. Sometimes I'm on the beach, I'm on vacation. Sometimes I'm playing pool. I wake up when I want. Sometimes I even work a few hours only, and then I close my laptop and I enjoy my day and I've made $2,000. Look, I'm not saying this to show off because it's pointless. I'm just showing you what's actually possible. Because people love to think that this kind of life is false or only for lucky people. And I get it because I used to think the same. But now I actually know better that this is real. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how I do it and how you can copy the exact same thing step by step. Even if you're starting with nothing, even if you failed before. I've failed a ton of times before I figured things out. But today, I'm sharing everything I've learned with you. So for this to work, before I tell you what works and what makes money, I have to tell you what doesn't and what you need to stay the hell away from. Because most people fall for these things. You probably have to. There's a very good chance you've already tried some of the things I'm going to talk to you about, if not all of them. And I want to save you time, energy, frustration, and tens of thousands of dollars of wasted money. The first thing that doesn't work for 99.9% of people is dropshipping. That's when you sell stuff online that you don't own and someone else ships it. It sounds easy, right? But that's exactly the problem. Everybody and their grandmother is doing it. The market is full of the same products. The profit you make from each sale is tiny. You might make a few dollars per sale, and when something does sell, it takes forever to arrive. People get mad, they ask for refunds, and suddenly all your hard work goes down the drain. You're stuck answering emails, dealing with angry customers, and trying to find the next product. It's exhausting and very hard to grow. And even the people who do manage to make it, that 0.1%, they only keep 5 to 20% in profit before taxes. And in simple English, what this means is that when you make $10,000, and by the way, most people never do with dropshipping, but let's say you did, let's say you succeeded, you're part of that minority of people who actually got there. Well, how much do you actually keep? You made 10K, it's impressive. Well, 5 to 20% profit is only $500 up to $2,000 before you pay taxes. I mean, may as well work a job with this. Another business model is print on demand. That's when you design shirts or mugs or phone cases and a company prints and ships them. Again, it sounds cool, but you face the same exact problem. Most people never make any money with this, and if you do, you only make a very small amount per sale. It's slow to grow. Everybody's doing it. You have no way to differentiate yourself. You have to come up with new designs all the time. And it's hard to make real money unless you sell a ton of stuff every day. Most people give up before they even have their first sale. So unless you have a huge audience, you're a big influencer, forget about this one, because it's not going to work. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots fill up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. Then there's flipping or reselling items. So you buy something cheap and you try to sell it for more, like you flip sneakers on eBay or Pokemon cards or whatever. Now sometimes it works, but it takes a lot of time. You're constantly looking for cheap deals. You don't know how much you'll make each week. You might make $500 one week and then nothing for a whole month, and it doesn't grow. It's just a job, which takes more time than a job, ironically. So you're trading your time for money again, and this alone will never make you 10K per month or $1 million. Now, what about the stock market? Sure, it works for people who already have money. If you're rich, you can put your money in stocks and wait. But if you're broke or just getting started, it's not gonna help. You won't make money fast enough from it. You might have to wait decades before you see a good return on your investment. So it's a good long-term game, but it's useless short-term if you want to be financially free now instead of in 50 years from now. And even then, that financial freedom, it's not even guaranteed. I spoke to hundreds of people who wanted to be financially free and have their own business. And plenty of them have tried investing in the stock market, crypto, all of these things. And one thing I've noticed is the amount of people over 40, 50 that have followed the traditional advice. You know, they went to university, they studied hard, they got a job in some fancy company, and then they started to invest every month in the stock market. And guess what? They still don't even own a house. They're not financially free, even though they did everything by the book, even though they invested in the stock market. So if you want to maybe one day be able to retire with a bit of money, sure, do it. But if you want to be free while you're still young enough to enjoy your life, or if you want to be free fast, You have to start your own business. There's no other way around it. Then there's the trap that most people fall into. It's what I call the shiny object trap. You try one thing, then you jump to the next. First it's crypto, then it's affiliate marketing, then it's AI tools, then ebooks, then something completely different. You keep switching because nothing works right away. So you think the problem is the method. But the real problem is the switching between 10 different things. Nothing ever has time to work before you quit. That's exactly how you stay stuck forever. Now, let's talk about what does work. This is what I do. And this is what changed my life. You sell something expensive to people who really need it. It's called a high ticket offer. So that just means it costs a lot, like $1,000 or more. Typically between 1K to 10K plus. But some offers even sell for $30,000, $50,000. And why do you sell something expensive? Because look, I know it's a bit shocking and most people won't even believe it, but it takes the same amount of energy to sell something cheap or something expensive. The difference is you make more with something expensive. You need fewer sales to make a lot of money. And for this, you don't need to go viral. You don't need millions of followers. You don't need to sell to the whole world. You just need a few serious people who want real help. You can either teach something you know, or you do something valuable for them. That's called coaching or services. Coaching means you tell someone how to do something. Maybe you lost weight, learned how to get clients for your freelancing job, you started a podcast, you built a brand, whatever it may be. You got a relationship. You learned the language. You learned an instrument. If you know something that helped you, you can teach it to someone else who's just 2 or 3 steps behind you. You don't need to be the number one expert in the world. You just need to know enough to help someone get results faster. That's it. Services mean you do something for someone, like editing their videos, running their ads, building their website, writing their emails, designing their logo. If you don't know how to do something yourself, you can hire someone to do it for you. Or use AI tools to help you. Contractors can help you too. Basically, you're the one bringing in the clients, and then you deliver the service however you want. You can do it yourself, use AI, or like I said, remote contractors. Now look, here is where most people mess up. They try to sell to people with no money or people who don't care. Those are huge mistakes, so don't do that. Broke people are not the right clients, unfortunately, because they can't afford real help. You want to talk to people who already have money. Business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals, working adults. People who are motivated and ready to invest in solving their problem. That's where the money is. That's who you want to help. Because look, this isn't a charity, it's a business. Let's do the math. If you sell something for $2,000, you only need one sale every 2 days to make about $30,000 per month. That's only 15 clients in an entire month. You don't need to be famous. You don't need a massive audience. You just need to be focused and talk to the right people. The best part is, you keep most of that money because there are no big expenses. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need to buy tons of product in bulk. You don't need to pay for shipping. Everything is done online, remote, which means you can keep 90 to 95% of what you make. That's called high profit margins, and it's amazing. So you get to keep way more of your money. Now let me show you how to get started. First, we have to pick what you're going to offer. It can be coaching or a service. Later on, you can sell online courses, but they're the hardest to sell. So first, start with a form of coaching or a service. Coaching means teaching something you already know. Think about something you've done that other people want to learn. If you helped yourself with something, you can help others. Services mean you do something that solves a real problem for someone else. Look at what businesses need help with. There are always problems to solve. Once you have your offer, figure out who you're helping. Don't pick everyone. Pick one group, like gym owners, or real estate agents, or new moms, or small businesses. Keep it simple. Now you need clients, so how do we find them? Now to get clients for free, you want to make helpful content on social media. It's not about making any type of content and chasing views for the sake of it. Sometimes 100 views, 1,000 views is more effective than 100,000 views from the wrong people. You want to post videos where you explain the problem and how to fix it. You can use YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, like shorts, reels, etc. Talk like a normal person, like yourself. You don't need to sound all fancy or super professional. People like to relate to you. So be honest and be clear about what you say. Show people you know what you're talking about. Just explain the problem and what people can do to solve it, exactly like I'm doing in this video. If your content is helpful, people will watch. They'll feel like you get them, and they'll start to trust you, and some will become paying customers. When someone shows interest, start a conversation. You can message them first, or they might message you. Ask questions, listen to what they say, figure out what they want help with, and don't be weird. Don't try to sell right away. If they sound like a good fit, you invite them on a call. If they don't, you don't waste your time with them. You can use Zoom or Google Meet. I personally use Zoom. On the call, just have a real conversation. Ask about their problems and listen carefully. See if you can help them, and if you can, you tell them about your offer. If they say yes, great, awesome, you make money, you get a client, you help them, great. If they say no, it's okay. Either way on your side, there's no pressure, no begging, we're beyond that. You're just helping people to solve problems. That's all sales is. But sometimes, to be honest with you, people don't even want to solve the problem because they're comfortable staying where they are. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots fill up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. Now, once they pay, you deliver your offer. If it's coaching, you meet with them one-on-one at first on Zoom. That helps you get better. It helps them to get better. You learn more about your niche, you make your offer better. So it's essential, don't skip this part. Later, you can turn it into group coaching to save time. But at first, it's really beneficial if you have this one-on-one structure. If you're offering a service, deliver what you promised. Use tools if you need help, whatever it takes, contractors, AI, etc. Just do your best to do a good job. That's how you build a good reputation and get referrals. Let me leave you with a few important lessons. Making money fast has nothing to do with followers. Some of the most popular influencers you know are secretly broke, and people with a tenth of the following make 10 times the money. What matters is cash flow. Cash flow means money coming in regularly. That is what gives you freedom. Also, profit matters more than how much you make. You can make $50,000 and spend $48,000 on ads and tools and employees, etc. Or you can make $30,000 and keep $28,000. Now, which one sounds better? The second one, right? Leverage is the secret to real freedom. That means using tools, content, calls, and other people to help you. You don't have to do everything alone. The more leverage you use, the less time you have to work. At the end of the day, time is way more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can't get your time back once it's wasted. So don't waste years of your life trying and failing. Commit now and focus on only what works. Look, to make more money, you don't need to be special. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to pick one business model, stick to the plan, and stay consistent. That's exactly what I did. Success comes from doing the right things again and again, not from chasing every new trend. If you want to win, keep it simple. Make a great offer, create helpful content, talk to people, close the right ones, and deliver the value. And then you do it again and again and again. That's it. That's how you make 10K per month, even 100K per month, even $1 million per month. Now, if you're serious about becoming financially free this year, click the link in the description below, because I've made a video where I'm explaining how I've made more than $1,000 a day in profit. And right now, you can also book your free strategy calls with me or a member of my team, and we'll help you come up with a custom game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using what I call the PTP method. But be quick, because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. And soon, we'll take that video down. So click on the link in the description below. And with that being said, I'll see you on the other side.